What's up, YouTube world? I'm Ryan Kreger, co-owner of Kreger Co, and welcome to the very first video on the Rollin OTR channel. The purpose of this video is to give you all a little backstory on where we started and where we're going. So make sure you subscribe and get the notifications so you don't miss a beat on this one-of-a-kind journey. So at the beginning of 2023, my brother Mikey decided to get his CDL and told me I should too because Michigan Works was paying for it due to the national driver shortage. I said if they're paying for it, why not? That's like $6,000 worth of valuable education for free, so that's a no-brainer to me. Shout out to Michigan Works on that one. So Mikey, myself, my brother Matt, my nephew Kobe, and my close friend Blake all attended Suburban Truck Driver Training School out of Romulus, Michigan to get our CDLs.
It's official. I am now licensed!
So shout out to Suburban and some of their instructors out there, Miss E, Butch, Chico, Tall Tom, and I want to take a second to give a special shout out to our beloved friend and CDL instructor Smitty, who was to play an important role in the founding of Kreger Co. However, unfortunately he passed away around June of 23. Smitty was an all-around amazing person and the best truck driver instructor you could ever ask for. His wisdom and friendship changed the lives of thousands of his students, including all 5 of our crew who attended Suburban. Thank you, Smitty, for setting us on this awesome journey. We will keep on trucking in your name, and you will forever remain in our hearts and memories. So we got our CDLs, but we always been more of the work for ourselves type. So we knew right off rip our goal was to be owner ops. However, we needed some trucking industry real world experience and education. Mikey suggested we get into flatbedding because it pays more and there's more physical work involved, so we ain't just sitting on our asses all day. While at trucking school, he learned about TMC, who has probably the best load securement training in the country, so he suggested at least one of us go there. So I volunteered to be the one to do it, and Blake decided to go as well. So me and Blake applied and got accepted, and we're off to Des Moines, Iowa for their 2-week load securement training. On the way there, Blake and I drove through a crazy tornado storm that produced golf ball sized hail that cracked his windshield, along with many other people around us. While in Des Moines, I not only got in some much needed load securement training, I also got in some good jiu-jitsu training. Shout out to Carson Carlson at the Henzo Gracie Academy of Des Moines. Dude has some elite jits for sure, so check him out if you're ever in the area. Blake and I also met Pete, an insurance adjuster from Alabama who was there to check out some damage from the storm we drove through. He's one of the most solid dudes I know and is now one of our good buds. All in all, Blake and I both breezed through that 2 weeks, and then we were both required 4 weeks of OTR with a trainer. Shout out to my trainer Desmond, one of the best trainers at TMC. My plan was to stay at TMC for 6 months. However, right around the 4th month mark, they denied my vacation request I put in to take my girlfriend on an epic road trip to New York City for her birthday. So I figured that was a good time to put in my 2 weeks. I have nothing bad to say about TMC though. They're a great company with great training, so shout out to them for sure. While Blake and I were at TMC, Mikey and Kobe went to Northern Logistics out of Taylor, Michigan to get their quote, paid education is what we like to call it. So shout out to Northern Logistics for that good real world experience. When I told Mikey I was putting in my 2 weeks, he had already been at Northern long enough as well, so he put in his 2 weeks and we both decided it was time to pull the trigger and get our own trucking authority. As far as the authority name, we wanted to go with something simple like some of the big wigs like Schneider, Werner, Ryder. So we just used our last name because we kind of wanted to build a family legacy. We went with Kreger and then we garnished it with Co at the end. So we ended up with Kreger Co. Simple enough. After some homework and searching online for a truck, we found the one we wanted, so we rented a car and headed down to Crestview Ford in Crestview, Florida. We picked up the truck and by coincidence, my buddy Pete, the one I met in Iowa, hit me up and just so happened to be heading to the place called Florabama, which lies on the border of Florida and Alabama. He was heading there to see his buddy Mario play music, and after hearing I was in the Panhandle, he invited us to join the festivities. Here I am crossing paths with Pete for the 2nd time in our trucking journey. If that's not universal alignment, I don't know what is. So we pulled the truck off the lot for an hour and 20 hike over to Florabama. Met up with Pete, and let me tell you, Pete is that friend that you have to warn people about before you take people around him. But either way, like I said, he's a solid dude and my buddy for life. And shout out to Mario, who is an amazing country music singer. Check out the link to his music in the description. After a crazy, unexpected night in Florabama, we shot 6 hours west to pick up our trailer before heading back home to Michigan. Shout out to Justin and his brother at Platinum Trailer Group in Monroe, Louisiana. Those guys are awesome and get an A+ for customer service. After finally getting our own truck and trailer, we knew it would be difficult to get loads with such a young MC. However, thanks to a good friend of ours, Jack, we were able to run under his MC until ours was aged enough to book some loads. So shout out to Jack and his company Steel Dreams Logistics. On top of that, we plugged in with a local company out of Romulus, Michigan, who was willing to work with us using our MC, so we started hauling automobile frames for them around the country. So shout out to Lynn Trucking. So for the past few months, we've had some awesome times, we've seen some awesome places, but we've had some hiccups. At one point, the trailer was damaged when something hit the utility box, knocking out our air ride and trailer brakes, putting us out of commission for a few weeks. Then when we got it back, the first day out, it was damaged again, but luckily not as bad this time. And the trailer dealer near us was able to get it fixed in a matter of a couple of days, and we were back on the road. Shout out to USA Trailer in New Boston, Michigan for that one. Had they not got us back on the road so quick, that might have put us under. Everyone knows if the truck ain't moving, you ain't making no money. Okay, so since the beginning, we knew the health impact that the industry has from the long hours of sitting. So one of the main reasons in this channel is to promote healthy living for truckers. It goes without saying that in order to be healthy, you have to eat right and exercise. On top of that, you have to maintain mental health as well. One way we do this is through mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu. My brother and I, along with Kobe and his two brothers, Damon and Manny, are all current members of the 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu in Livonia, Michigan. Mikey and I can't always train due to being OTR, so one of our favorite things to do is to visit the many jiu-jitsu and mixed martial arts gyms around the country. We've had the pleasure of visiting some of the best gyms from coast to coast. Mikey and Manny even got to train with Eddie Bravo after dropping a load off in Los Angeles. I think it's not hard to figure out why we chose the name Rollin OTR. It's a perfect reference to both jiu-jitsu and trucking. Lots of people in our close circle, including people we encounter over the road, time and time again have recommended we start a channel about how we do things. The diverse target audience is often the topic of conversation, with all the different videos ranging from trucking to healthy cooking to mixed martial arts, etc. The videos may be about different topics, but the common denominator is that every video will aim to improve the quality of life for all the truckers out there keeping the country going. I hope you guys enjoyed this intro to Rollin OTR, and make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on this awesome journey that is just getting started.